What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Obviously last night I did a Star Wars review. I went straight in on the midnight launch, watched the movie come out, and I did a review straight away, which I'm glad I did because I don't want to. You can get your review really mixed up with like the critics and that and other people and fans, and you really don't like tell your true story of how you feel about it. So obviously if you want to see how I felt about the movie, watch the review. That was my honest opinion. I didn't talk to anyone. I went there by myself. I left, and then I did the review straight away. So that was a complete opinion of the movie. Compared to the critics, I'm apparently wrong. I really like the movie. Critics are saying it's terrible. I don't see why. I think the critics aren't fans of Star Wars. That's mainly the reason. They're more focused on like the specific story and that. Like they don't really. I don't think they really understand the background and the love of Star Wars. I think if you're a Star Wars fan, that was an awesome movie, and I really liked it. And so today I wanted to talk about I wanted to talk about Rey, and if she was overpowered in the movie. She's obviously done some things that we've never seen before in Star Wars, and I just wanted to touch up on that. And so yeah, I'm going to obviously be talking about what she's done. So there's going to be spoilers. So if you haven't seen the movie, turn this off now. So I've written a list of just some of the stuff she does in the movie. I'll probably remember some stuff as I go along. So she heals the worm at the start, in this first quarter of the movie, and then she heals Ben Solo, Kylo Ren, like more towards the end, which I didn't realise, but we had seen that in Star Wars before. The Mandalorian did drop just before the Star Wars movie come out. In my country anyway. So technically if you watch The Mandalorian before, the young Yoda, the baby Yoda, was the first Star Wars universe thing to heal someone in that with the Force. So I guess you could say Baby Yoda was the first, but personally I'd never seen it, and she was the first one to do it. We had heard it was possible. Darth Sidious did say to Anakin that he could heal Padme when she was when he had those visions about her dying, and maybe that's why I had a feeling maybe that's why Rey had those powers, because she wasn't on the dark side, but she had that dark side sort of blood in her because she was a Palpatine, as we found out in the movie. So maybe that's why they threw it in that she could heal. So maybe Baby Yoda's in the dark side, or maybe both sides can heal. I just, yeah, so that's what I felt about the healing thing. She held the ship back, and so could, like, Kylo Ren was sort of doing it at the same time. That was like, when that first happened, I was like, whoa, that's pretty full on of the Force. Like, we haven't really seen that. Like, Yoda could sort of stop heavy things from moving, like, or like dropping on someone. But that was about it. We hadn't really seen him, like, pulling back a ship. She was hovering at the start, like when you first seen her, when she was doing her training, she was hovering like Yoda, and I feel like moving the stones around it was pretty like normal. Like I feel like the Jedis could usually do that sort of thing. Maybe not that many rocks, but they have that sort of power, like flotation. But the floating thing we've only ever seen from Yoda, I think, or maybe Luke Skywalker did in the last movie. I'm not sure, but yeah, so that's something that was interesting, and I'm not really fussed about that. If she can do that, that's cool. To be honest, I'm fine with all of it in the end. I think the storyline wouldn't have been as good if she wasn't so powerful, because the question was when she was doing all these powerful things, she's like, wow, what? Who is she? Like, she can't be a nobody, which is what I thought she was. Well, I didn't want her to think, but after the last movie, they said she literally had parents that were like nobodies. But yeah, so I was kind of, with the storyline, her being Palpatine's granddaughter, it kind of made sense that she was ridiculously overpowered, because as you could see, like in the end there, Palpatine was like crazy. Like he has so much power. So like when he took down all those ships, like, obviously that's a lot as well. So personally, I originally thought during the movie, I was like, wow, Rey's a bit overpowered, which isn't a bad thing. The only thing I hate is it overshadows all the other Jedis that there have been. So like Obi-Wan and Anakin and Yoda, like she makes Yoda look like not even like an elite Jedi. Like she is God tier, and they're like Yoda's the tier below, maybe with Darth Vader. and like Palpatine's probably in there between. Like, you don't really see Palpatine with the lightsaber, but it is written that he was very fast in his prime, and then obviously when he got healed by Rey by accident, not by her part, he was like insanely strong, and yeah, as you're saying, he took down all those ships. So yeah, that's the only thing that really annoyed me. That was that Rey kind of just made all the other Jedis look bad, which sucks, but it kind of worked with the storyline, so I'm not mad. And the one thing she doesn't have over the other Jedis though, I feel like the prequels with Anakin and Obi-Wan, I thought like those 3 movies, like the lightsaber fights are so much better. Like, so maybe because there was so many of them, they like really trained the art of like swordsmanship or whatever you call it. I don't know. Like they're like more like ninja-like, I guess. They just do like more acrobatics, and like they swing the sword around, and like it's just more. I don't know how to explain it back then, but currently it's more medieval. Like, it's like they're swinging a real sword, but it's a lightsaber. So it's like they're like, yeah, it kind of looks like any fight you see in maybe Lord of the Rings or Game of Thrones, just with a sword fight. Plus, they obviously can jump a lot higher, which I like. I really like that scene with Kylo and Rey on that in the sea on the shipwreck, and they were like doing backflips over the waves and stuff. I thought that was really cool. So yeah, to be honest, so as I go through what I've said, during the movie I was like, wow, Rey's a bit overpowered, just because it makes, like, I hate looking at Obi-Wan as like, whoa, now he looks really like sort of weak. Like, all those Jedis look weak now. Even Yoda, like, Yoda was meant to be sort of the overpowered one, and like even they couldn't really do the stuff that Rey was doing. But I guess it makes sense that someone so powerful had to be in the Star Wars universe to stop Palpatine. So yeah, I like it. I think it worked. It just sucks that all those other Jedis are now not quite at that top tier or god tier level. But yeah, that's my opinion on it. If you disagree or agree, make sure you leave it in the comments below. I'll be doing a few Star Wars videos. I think this movie opened up a lot that I can talk about, which is cool. And I really like talking about movies because I feel like the critics, like, I don't know, I like getting just the word out there, how I feel about it, just so it's out there. And I think the critics sort of just ruin it for me sometimes. Like, as soon as I read it, like, I looked at my review and I was so positive, then I read all the reviews and everyone was saying it's so bad. I was like, well, maybe I've got really bad taste in movies, or I was really confused. And I'm sure fans like the movie. They might not have liked the last 2, or maybe the last one. The number 7, I thought it was okay. It opened up a lot of questions, and it brought back Star Wars, which was awesome because we hadn't seen a Star Wars thing for a while. But 8, like, it was just a bit meh. But I thought this one was really, really good. Good storyline, and I think it's awesome that they raise a Palpatine. So yeah, that's all I've got, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe to my channel, and thank you for watching.